Well, that's just not going to work. Oh, right on. Look at this. So people watching. Okay, I'm doing aquaponics. So I'm in my basement. It's pretty tight, but I'm trying to take up not a ton of room. I'm having an issue that my table isn't draining properly. So this is just a prototype I'm building. Right now, I'm just trying to see if I get this plastic fillet completely flat. Because right now I didn't really put it all the way into the corners. So I'm hoping by jamming it into the corners, it'll be a little bit easier to hold up on the end. Because it spews over like shit right now. Makes a big mess. Rest these boards. Just kind of using these boards to like shove it in the corner, I guess. I'll have to figure out some origami for this stuff on the end. That's looking so much better already. So like, I want to take it off and silicone it and spray it. That sounds like it's going to be a huge pain in the ass. If I silicone it, I can put it right down to the end, and then I won't have any issues. We'll do that. No idea. If I go do that, then I have to use a whole tube of silicone underneath, or spray glue, but I don't have spray glue. All I have right now is silicone, maybe hot glue. That might melt the plastic. So, silicone maybe. Might just put the balls back in. Now it's been pressed and they should hold everything in place. I know I can put these in the corners or some balls in the middle, and that'll help hold the shape, and then I don't have to do anything. Okay, let's try that. Oh, get out of here. Making a mess. Okay, now my idea is that I'm just going to pull these boards out. In theory, that should work, but I might just make one giant mess. So I can get it out of here. Okay, so we'll pull one out and see it. So pull it back in. Oh, professional. Look at that. Hopefully this will allow for an easier flow of water. Nothing kind of jamming it up from the table side. That's one bucket. So now I think if I get this one in, right, and start filling this, where's my balls? Lost my balls. Oh, there they are. No, I guess I gotta post one up first. That's okay. And then this needs to be pushed in. Yeah, beautiful. Pour it in. Okay, pull one of these out. I'll put more down. Nice. Oh, it's working. If you guys got any questions or anything, I'm gonna have to get back to you because it's really hard to hear and can't really see my phone right now. Oh, need more balls. More balls. All right. All right, we got more balls. These are like expanded clay. They're kind of cool. I think they like puff them out, melt them down and puff them out or something. I don't know how they're made, but they're really porous. So they're really good for like growing as a medium. Oh, that's gross. We're using them as a grow medium. So this table will be like a flood and fill. So the pump's on a timer. So it'll like cycle through about 10-15 minutes, and then it'll turn off. And then when it turns off, all the water drains out of the table and it's replaced with oxygen. So the roots of the plants that'll grow in here will kind of be exposed to direct nutrient water from the fish tank behind you guys, and then oxygenated with the water that dissipates. All right, great success. Now, there's one. Where is my other? There it is. These are just gates. So yeah, just put them on here. They kind of hold everything up. Stop the balls from falling down. Go this way. And I'll just cover them up. And then just kind of the weight of themselves, hold it down. Drop 205 bucks. Nice. Yeah. It's my first TikTok live, by the way. I have no idea what I'm doing. All right, so now this is the next problem, because I want this to flow naturally over the side. So, oh, these are slide now, aren't they? A brilliant idea might not be working. Okay, what can we put in there? A couple of these. These are just the plugs the seeds will grow in, and then I'll start them up in my starter section. And once they have roots and they're kind of a little more self-sufficient, I'm going to transfer them into the grow table. Somebody pointed out that this side's pretty close to the wall, so I might have my starters in this one, and then as they progress, come down. But I don't really want to bother them once they start growing, so I don't know. We'll just see. I should have pushed this all off the wall by a couple inches, but I don't know. Maybe the next redesign. Oh, we got a leak here too. That's not good. I'll have to fix that. Okay, so now, like, I don't know. I think I should cut it shorter, but if I cut it shorter, I can't go back. I need to fold it underneath, but I want it to have a hard lip so that the water doesn't make a big freaking mess. So pull this out so it's all square, right? Maybe I cut 3/4 of the way and then I can fold it back. I just really don't want the moisture to get to the wood underneath. If I had a 3D printer, I know I could print something up pretty sweet, pretty quick. Well, in my head. I've never done it before, but you know, I figure if I were going to do it, I would do it right and it would work. But anyways, if I print something up, I don't have that option. I have a staple gun and scissors. So, alright, now I need scissors. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I lied, I didn't even have a staple gun and scissors. I just had a staple gun. Okay, so I'm gonna cut like half, I think. And then I might slit it at the top, fold one side in, fold the other side over. I can staple it up here. It should not have a lip. And it still might pinch when I try and bring it up. Okay, well, either way, I gotta cut some of this shit off. So, we're just hacking it off, I guess. Not taking all those balls off. I can tell you that much. Let's do this much. Yeah, beautiful. Exactly what I wanted. Maybe. Oh, staple. Sweet. That makes that a little easier. Now, my stem up in my left. Ryan Phoenix, what are you saying? Thanks. This is like my version 7, so I've done a whole bunch of different, kind of build-ups to this. I've tried a bunch of different styles, saw what kind of worked best for me, saw what I kind of worked, was the least amount of maintenance. Some of them were good, but a lot of risk with like big pools of water too. I'm just in my house, so like NFT rafts are cool. But then if you get a hole in it or it drains or whatever, that's a shitload of water to make a huge mess. So right now I only have about 50 gallons altogether. I have two 10-gallon aquariums and then like a 30-gallon aquarium. So it's really not that much, and they're individual. So theoretically, if one breaks, it shouldn't really affect the others. But we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to cut here and here just a little bit. I guess this one too. Now this guy is just okay. Really hard to heat it up too. I could possibly pull it. Well, if I cut it up here, I can pull that. Should be able to, right? One, not quite all the way, so it wraps. I'll do this one, not quite all the way too, so it wraps. And in theory, I'll pull this back. I'm nervous. Wood there. Oh, look at that. I'm okay with that, I think. That kind of channels it into here. Shit, now I need to staple gun. Alright, always have your tools. Got it now. We even have staples in this bad boy? We got a few. Okay, so pull this one tight, right? Pull this one tight. Right here. One. Cool, and it didn't even go through. Look at that. That's freaking professional right there. Ever fixed new vial? Not yet. Soon. That's the next project. I think I'm gonna take. I was thinking like take a 2-liter pop bottle, cut it open, and then use that curvature as kind of a backwards arc. So if I tape it in there, as they build up, they kind of just fall back in. That's my immediate thought, but my pop bottle is not very long, so I don't know if it'll reach across the whole tank. That's the next problem. So now I just need plastic, some sort of hard plastic, put in there, we'll figure it out. Okay, back to origami. So this is just an in the way tail now. So what if I just give this guy a little haircut? Kind of like upholstery. Have you done that? Can be fun. Can be pretty friggin' annoying too. Okay, so I guess same thing with this, and I make some cuts. It's always nerve-wracking cutting. Never go back. Might need a little more left-handed for the win. Okay. So now, just pull this guy down too. Over. Not very flush though. There we go. Cool. And this guy can just get a little trim in the end there. Look at that. Beautiful. Last one. Get out of here. What am I even kneeling on? Thin sheet metal, I'm over it there. Funnel it down. Yeah, that would be good. What about wavy poly sheet we use? Wavy Zebos. That's what I looked at. That stuff was cool. There's a TikTok rabbit hole I went down on this group in somewhere in Southern America, I think, and they were using roofing tiles in long strips, and in between the waves, they would have their they were using like pebbles and gravel and stuff. I just had these from the last project, so and then they were just growing them out in the sun. It was super cool to see. So I was like, I want to get those. The roofing tiles we have here were very thin. There wasn't a lot of depth to them, so I couldn't really use what I wanted, and I was looking at different PVC methods, and there's a lot of things you can't use because it'll leach into the system. So, I mean, I got some 1/8 polyboard, and then a couple 1x4s, and they were like $2 a piece at Home Depot. So they were super cheap. Altogether, it was like $40. I made a couple different, it was a 4x8, so I could make a couple different beds with it. And in the end, I ended up getting more for less. So this is just my next trial for this version. I had a vertical one previous using downspouts, and that was really cool, but apparently the downspouts can leach with the aluminum or tin or whatever's in there. So that's not good. Yeah, so hopefully this way is a little better. We'll see. Haven't really got the plants yet. That's kind of soon to come. Oh, it's hot in here. You got the air on. Oh, it's blocked. Hear it back. All right, that's better. I need to get an exhaust in here. I have a fan blowing air, but I still need to put in my exhaust fans. Okay, so this guy, I can pull him right over. Just on this side. Get a haircut. this one. Nice and smooth. It really likes to bubble right there for some reason. Ooh, she's tight. There's a hole there. That's not good. What do we do? Well, if I just pry it over, stretch it a bit. Oh, are we out? No, we're good. I think I can just leave that. This guy, I do want to tuck him, so maybe I'll fold it. Let's get fancy with this. Good way to feel it. Okay, cool. Now, just staple it up. What do we got left? Oh, geez. Down to the end. So I'm trying not to do the side in case I have to adjust it. Because then I have to, well, I'm poking holes in it, right? So if I did it on the lip, and I had to adjust it, then I might be putting a hole into the system. And back here, I just had some funky, like, jamming it up way. Make a dam at the end. Water only went downhill, I guess. Does pile up a bit. The light balls kind of slow it down. Probably add some more. We can do that later. Oh, man. Okay. I'll have to figure that out. Can I just staple that? Do I want to do that? No, I don't. Leave it for now. Okay, so yeah, I think we can try it now. Let's see. So I have two pumps in here. This green one goes to the fish tank. This other one feeds the system here. Let's see. I'm scribbling up. I got timers up there. This pump or this pipe right here is the feed from the fish tank. So it takes all that fish tank water, cycles it through the sump down here, and then back up to the fish tank. And then the other pump will grab that nutrient-rich water and cycle it through. So the reason I wanted to make sure it could cycle was because I want the water to flow, then I want it to drain, and then I want it to flow and then drain. Kind of like fill and flood, and then it gives it kind of like a aeration, exposure to oxygen. So we'll see. Let's see. Yeah, a little overhang for sure. There's one right there. Oh yeah, we'll do that. Where the heck did it go? All right, how's that? It's the final countdown. Ebb and flow, you got it. Okay, so let's plug it in and see. So now this pump will, you can see the water, can you see it? It just kind of comes out the end there. That was a fine balance too, because I had to make sure that that output was greater than the input here. It'll drop the level in the sump a little bit until it balances out. I might have to add a little more water. So right now the water's just trickling through all these Leica balls. If the roots were in there, they'd be getting a good flush of nutrient-rich water. And then the water just kind of recollects down in the sump here. Ideally, I would have liked to clean out the tray, but I don't really have access to water. Like pumping water, well, that is a problem right there. Wait and see. Get a little pee dribble on the end there. That's not good. So these balls that I put in here to help are making things terrible. So that's not good. What else can I put in there? How else can I hold these back? Think, brain, think. What do you got? I mean, right now all the water is going into it. Let's see, if I pull this guy out, what difference does that make? Well, that is just terrible, isn't it? I almost need to narrow the exit and make kind of like a lip for now. Yep, rain on a house, exactly. So I need to put something underneath there. So if I had like, interesting. Ready still? Nope. No back still. That's good. Needs to be a little wider though. So I need something for it to catch up, basically. Right? Even that. It's just gonna make a hell of a mess. Come on, stop. Get out of here. This one's being a real pain in my, you know what. Okay, what else can we do? Let's see. I have growing trays I can maybe put under there. Yep, that could work. Alright, let's unplug it before we make too much of a mess. It does take some time for the water to stop too. So maybe, maybe I can take maybe I just cover a piece of wood in this plastic and I put it underneath, kind of act as an angle to catch everything dripping underneath. It's not ideal, but it would make it quieter too. Hold it out like this. Just put it in the ends. Close. Yeah, it's really messy when you turn it off. Which is a problem because I plan on turning it off a lot. On and off, on and off. Okay. I think we need to regroup, reassess, figure it out. Yep, sure did. definitely made things. It's nicer, it's neater, but it made it way more messy. Well, the good news is there's lots of other plastic at the end. So if I need to, I can just pop all the staples out, slide it down a little bit, and I have like a foot of overhang at the back. So I'm not completely screwed. It's just going to be a little bit more work now, which is kind of a problem. Well, not a problem. This whole thing is just a little project of love, you know? Yeah, brainstorm. Exactly. I've solved so many things from TikTok. I swear, I've learned more from TikTok than I have in school my entire time. Okay. I could angle the table more, which would give it a greater like exit velocity. I could lift the sump, catch it, but really, it's just making a mess underneath on this lip. I need a better lip. So, what is a better lip? I have a dustpan as a collector coming from my filter box, and that has a really good lip, but it's not wide enough, and it's already in use. Try the cube thing on either side. Maybe we'll put a couple more. Put one blocker, two blocker. All right. I get this. Maybe we just make a whole dam of cubes, eh? Shove those little bad boys in there. Okay, let's turn this switch back on. If it works, good call. Thread over the egg. Oh yeah, somebody else said that. That's a good idea. What do I have for that? I'll have to go find some. I have some like high tension starter cord and stuff. All right, let's trickle. Let's see. What we've done. Just gonna make a big friggin' mess again. I feel like almost if I could like put a divot right there and like fold it at the end. This is plastic. We could redesign it. Okay, come on. Come on. You're just trying to piss me off. Out the middle. Oh man. Well, the clip, like the part I didn't cut off over here, is kind of funneling all this in. So like, it is. No, it's not at all working. All right, maybe we adjust the lips as it were. Okay, hold on. Let's get real creative. Let's go like this. 1, 2. Does that funnel any of it? It did not. Now it's going over the back of the insert. Come on. Sit here and coax it the whole time. Oh, look at that. Okay. No, still terrible. All right. Well, the 2 block did not work. Me when I was using water change. The water takes away at least restraint, so try the thread. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's unplug this thing again. I'm also going to need a mop. Okay, cool. What can I use for that? Let's go see what I can find. Okay, I got some yarn. I think it's cotton. Not ideal. I believe cotton will rot eventually. You plugged in? You plugged in? No one's plugged in. So like what? If I go like this? Hold on. Let's wrap it. This one's already wet. As an anchor point. Oh, now it's too short. Come on. Come on, get serious. Okay, let's wrap it. Here we go. We got our anchor. Let's go for the middle bad boy here. Plug it back in. Pre-filter, you don't want that in the pump impeller to detach. Yeah, that's very true. As it was immediately going into the pump. Alright, I think I'm gonna need to add some water to this. I have a barrel I get from some rainwater outside, and then I have to put it through my window, and I just kind of keep it down here. Okay, we're making a big mess with this guy, so whatever. Would you look at that though? Already grabbing onto it. It's still not 100%, but show this guy. He definitely wants to go down there. It's pretty wide, so beautiful. So what, I just have like a million threads? Oh, come on. I'm making such a mess. On live too. Showing everybody. Alright. Well, I think we're going to turn this off. Because half of it is not going into the bucket. The thread is a good idea though. I do like that. If we put a couple, see, it does grab it right away. Hold on, let's go like this. Doesn't grab all of it, but it definitely grabs some of it. Might be onto something there. Stay in. Takes like, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes to actually stop flowing once you unplug it. Turn it on. That was cool. What else we got going on? Put the thread under the edge in the middle and stands in the table. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. So what I think I'm going to do, I'll have to do this later, but I think I'm going to unpin it all, hold the table forward, use up some of that at the end. I'm going to put some sort of riser in here, maybe stones, silicone some stones in there, or hot glue some stones to the wood, or something to kind of narrow it, I think. But then the plastic would be kind of all messed up. I wonder if I can heat this up and stretch it a little bit. Yeah. And then it would force the water out. Another idea I had actually is cutting back the center, these 2 pieces of wood, so that it kind of opens up. And then that way it wouldn't be 3 separate exits, but it would lead into one larger exit. And theoretically, I could soak this board, put some tension on it, and give it kind of a U shape, and that would definitely help funnel it. My theory is if I'm going to do it, I want to do it right. Like if I'm going to do the best way, if I'm going to waste all my time working on this, I want it to be like the best version I can do it at my knowledge level and my tools availability, and financially it's not going to wreck me to go, like ideally I could just go buy a whole setup, right? Like these things are pre-made and you can order them off Alibaba and Amazon and stuff, but Like I want to build mine. I want to understand it. You need to understand it if you're going to do it, right? You got to figure it out before you can upscale. So the lip is the problem right now. The lip is, I think we're ready to go other than the lip. So we need to figure that out. I think I'm going to put rocks in there, maybe bend the table. Actually, I kind of like the bend the table idea. It shortens the grow bed by a little bit, but I can still push it back down a few, like I have a foot at the end, probably a little bit more. So I can push the grow bed back, turn this into one general area, and then funnel it into the middle. Yeah, we need to reconfigure. And if I actually cut this here or here, I can use these pieces to angle, funnel the wood. How do I wrap that though? I need a professional wrapper. You know what I need is one of those guys that does like the car wrapping, right? With the heater and that like vinyl plastic. They should vinyl wrap my table. That would be 10 times easier. Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for watching. We'll be back later. Follow along. This is my version 7. I've done just go through my channel. There's a million different versions of this as I brought it up. So I'm almost at the level to get some fish. I'm going to start treating the water here soon. So like we're getting towards the winter. I want to start being able to produce some vegetables in the winter. So, you know, we're kind of at that stage. So follow along. I got lots of issues every day with this. There's something that breaks every friggin' day. So I need some, you know, bright and best on the job here. If you got knowledge, I want to be your friend. So try the thread. I will. You know, I got a life. I got to get going here. I can do the wrap. That's sweet. Well, hook me up. You know, I want some like carbon fiber or some badass design too. Slow down. Try the thread. Guys, I got a life. I gotta get to work here. You know, this is just fun, but you know, I love it. But we'll come back to it. All right. Listen, love you all. Have a good day. How the hell do I even get out of here? I don't even know how to exit out of this. So you guys might just come to work with me. Okay, bye.